margins. So the 10x's are nice on there, so that's what I'm going to check right now in the pricing as well. So, but on here it's just basically go over to your margins, get off across, go to isolated, and then here you just search the coin you want. We're going to do XRP, and we're going to do XRP with USDT. So you always got to make sure you get that pairing right. You know what I'm talking about? Because they got that they got the USDC in there as well. So we're going to make sure we got the USDT, and then we just want to hit transfer, and we're going to transfer over that 94, confirm, and now we're going to do some trading on there. USDT. First thing we're going to do is we're hit borrow. We're going to be going long. So anytime you hit borrow on there, it's always going to take you right to the USDT. If you want to short the coin, then you need to go up here to the search button on the left, and you're going to swap that out. But right now we're just going to do the normal long. And it's always right here, borrow USDT. So as long as you're on what you want. To change that, you just slide up to the top left. There's a little search button. You would just type in XRP, and then XRP would basically show up in a search on the top left, and then you'd be borrowing XRP, but that's when you want to short the coin. So we're going to borrow USDT. All right, so click off the 1428. We're going to borrow there, and then go back to our...
Did you borrow 10x?
Yeah, so when you borrow on it, it's going to give you the 10x, so you can see like that 100 became the 846.
Okay.
Because it's 10x and up to it. A lot of times, if you see where you see like the debt ratio is 89-99, so the 10x takes you to 90% debt to ratio.
Yeah.
If you can't borrow more than a certain amount, and then you hit collect and it says 85-99 debt ratio, then they only gave you 5%. Because sometimes certain coins, if they're so small, they won't give you the full amount. Like some of them are so small they can't even give that. All right, so now we're going to jump over to our little margin class. Bloop. And now we're going to take a look at the XRP real quick chart and see if we're right on our entries. Let's see, XRP. Yeah, 49.60 is where we want to get in. So take a look at the 1 minute. The 1 minute's RSI is pretty much climbing towards the bottom and starting to bend. So this 49.63 probably isn't a bad one. But the 1 minute trend is still red, you know what I mean? So that gives us a little kind of, makes us look over here. 3 minutes green, but it's starting to come down, but it's starting to flatten out. So I'm thinking this 49.6 is probably a really good entry here. Yeah, so anything below here. But we do have the 5 minute RSI at the top starting to come down, so we're going to let that ride down for an entry. And let's see if we can bounce off the... here's the 200 moving at 49.56. So in between those two, 49.62, 49.55. So I would say somewhere, yeah, like that 49.6. It looks prime. Yeah. And now I'm just kind of like looking at the trends, right? So we got a downward trend. So when we do get into the margin, we've already got all the we've already got the XRP bought. So now we just got to go to trade, And that's going to take us into the section that we need here. All right, so now 49.6 is 49.7. And we're gonna do a buy on this, so let's get a market now on the KuCoin, man. It's like I like this margins over here because you can kind of like buy the things you want and put your stop market just that you dictate the price you want to be buying in. So this price here, let's say we want to get in at 49.75, right? So it's almost like a safety net, right? So that would be like if it hits that mark and starts to move, we're going to take a 25% buy on that. That way, if it does jump up on us, we're in at that level. And then the next thing we're going to set is the 49.6. We want to get a 50% buy in there, and 49.57. We'll take 75% on there. And now that's kind of set up to pick up some buys for us as it moves around. Let's see. And all those orders should basically be right in a should be in like open orders, advanced orders. Click on advanced orders and you'll see all your orders here. So we got a 49.75 to cap us up, 496 where we really want to enter, and a 49.57 if we get a wick down. So that pretty much takes care of that. And then once this coin makes a decision on which way it's going, and we know it's, we get our trend changes, then we'll just start to cost average buy into where we want before we get a jump.
Yeah.
And that'll be, simply using there. So then on margins or futures, which is a little different. Futures, we want to be like waiting until we get the complete go ahead on it. And this is just a little bit. Here's the $100 balance, and then what we'll do is we'll make sure we're on our XRP. Yep, there we go. And then once you get a price in up here, you can decide how much you're going to be buying in. And we're going to be rolling like a 20x on there. Actually, we'll roll a 30x. And let's see, we should be able to get some limit buys in here. So let's do and once you put the price in here, you can change it to what you want. Like you can click over here and be like, all right, if this hits 5.5, let's do a 50% buy. And on that, we'll do a 100% gain and a 15% loss. And that'll be in our open orders. $49.55, nice. All right. So now we're kind of set up on there. So now I'm thinking, with the entire chart, but that's how you set up your futures versus your margins. So what I'm gonna do now is track this trade, and then like when everybody's in, I want to see like what's the fees and everything versus a 10 versus a 30. Just never really looked at it because I'm just always trading, but Yeah, some people, if they're trading minimums, it's important. And if you're getting the
Yeah.
same gains with a 10, why risk the 20 or 30? I like the 30x on there just because it's like, we can go for a little bit more. And that right there is just setting up the futures. And then with the, I kind of like with, it's easier to deal with the 10x because you can use the stop market and then you can price in your sells, right? So you just go over to the sell side and you're like, all right, I want it to take profits at, 51, etc. So we know that every half a penny on a 50-cent coin is going to be 1%. So we're getting in at that 49.60 mark, right? We know we need to cash out at the 50.01, right? That's our 0.5%. That's our percent there. So it's kind of like just setting your profits and knowing where we're headed. All right, so these all look pretty good. All right, so now
when you on the isolated part on the when you're borrowing USDT or whatever to long it, when you go to borrow it, has it ever said symbol cannot be empty?
Oh yeah. So go up to when that happens, go up to the top, and you will see a where you can change it. There's like a little two different buttons. Give me 1 second. But yeah, right above where you hit borrow, there's going to be a what is it called? So when it says symbol can't be found or some shit like that, all you do is like right above there's I think it's the isolated and the cross and isolated, right? Click on cross and then go back to isolated and then boom, it'll find it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know what it just has a glitch sometimes.
Here we go. I got it now. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that'll put you where you can do your trade. All right, so right now that's just setting us up. So now we're ready to go for a long trade. We're just waiting for our targets to hit, and looks like we're about to get one right now.
You put in some limit orders, you said, or something?
Yeah. Stop market orders. Yeah, being lower, you can do a limit order. So I got limit orders at 49.60. I think
for a buy-in, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I feel like that's a really good. That's a pretty good number right there.
49.6.
Yeah, 49.6 seems like what it's playing at, and then I put in I did like a 50% on that, and then what we'll do is the way to kind of like get in there is like get in at 50% of what you want to get in, and then if you got in early, if it has another dip in it, then you can buy back on the dip, like cost average buying into your play.
Yeah.
A lot of guys like to do that just until they learn how to, see the, getting the ideal from the. All right, so we just got a buy there. Let's see here. But that's how you pretty much set that up right there.